I just want to talk to you all about the announcement of the capture of Bin Laden's body and find out what y'all think. Um, last night or slash early this morning, when I first found out about the announcement that the U.S. has killed Osama Bin Laden, a special team has killed Osama Bin Laden and has retained possession of his body, I was immediately skeptical. I even took time. I wrote about it. I wrote a blog about it, and I found out that I'm not the only person that's skeptical about it. I do remember when Benazir Bhutto was running for the presidency of Pakistan, and it was a big deal. A lot of people felt that she was a shoo-in. She'd be a landslide to win, and she was assassinated. And that assassination brought out a lot of a big buzz, and a lot of people were paying attention to Benazir Bhutto and what was she about and what was her life like. And one of the things that came up was an interview that she had done with the television station, and she mentioned that Osama Bin Laden was dead, and she talked about the man that killed Osama Bin Laden. And I thought that was strange, because as an American, I was under the impression that Osama Bin Laden was still alive. And I was wondering why the news in America, in the United States, wasn't digging into that, Why would one of the most powerful people in Pakistan be saying that Osama Bin Laden is dead, So it was never scrutinized, it was never talked about. There was always a lot of discrepancies with the official stories about Osama Bin Laden and the video footage that we'd be shown, and I personally have never heard the entire message or death threat or speech from Osama Bin Laden ever, and I remember searching hard trying to find any links, anybody who knew anything about the entire audio of any Osama Bin Laden speech, and I never found it to this day. And I think I'm going to start searching again. I've always been left to the interpretation of what the news has to say about Osama Bin Laden, and I've never, even though I don't speak the same language as him, I've never even had the opportunity to try to understand or interpret anything he said, or to ask any other Americans who speak the same language to interpret what he said. I've always been left to the interpretation of the news agencies. I'm not going to really get caught up in the political, was this a political strategy or not, in light of all the things that are going on around the presidential 2012 campaign. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm just going to really ask you guys, what do you think about the fact that all the happenings around Osama Bin Laden has been so mysterious, and then suddenly it's announced that he's been killed and that there's possession of his body, and now I'm reading that they buried him at sea. What does that mean? They threw his body overboard after all of this, all the fighting, all the lives, all the millions of dollars spent hunting this man down, without bringing his body into custody in the United States and verifying the American people that this is Osama Bin Laden. They throw the body overboard? I don't know. Something about it doesn't sound right. It doesn't make sense. And the more I look into it, the worse it looks. So, again, this goes back to critical thinking. I know there's gonna be those of you who gonna make comments, oh, you're a conspiracy theory idiot, do some research, but that's exactly what I'm asking for. I'm asking for more information. I've been doing research. I haven't been getting the answers, and I'm wondering if any of you have the answers and the facts. If you're trolling, alright, freedom of speech, I'm not gonna delete your comments or whatever, but this is really meant for dynamic discussion and information. So if you have information, please post it. I want to see it. I want to know about it. I mean, none of this makes sense, and I had just pretty much come to the conclusion that, false flag operations happen, and accepted it. And, in recent U.S. history, not far long ago, false flag operations happen. But I wouldn't expect something like this from Obama. Just to be honest, I think he's one of the most articulate men I've ever listened to speak, and his ability to purvey ideas. But this whole concept of we found Osama bin Laden, and we killed him. We just killed him. I mean, they took Saddam Hussein alive allegedly, and then killed Osama bin Laden though, and then didn't retain his body, to throw it overboard at sea. I mean, I don't understand what's going on. I just didn't expect this from Obama, but you know, every day is a new day, and you know, I hope that it is the truth that they captured him, but none of this is adding up. You know, and the more I look into it, the less sense it makes. So I just want to know what information you guys have and what y'all thinking about.